So here we need 3 eggs. You can use 1 egg, 2 egg, or 4 eggs. That's up to you. But here we are using 3 eggs, and we are gonna show what all you need for making a cake of 3 eggs. And we need a cake molder or a steel bowl like that, and a fork to whisk the egg and mix the batter, and also check the egg when it's made, that if it's cooked properly or not. The next thing we need is flour, which is known as maida. So we are gonna add it into a bowl, about 1¼ cup. So I am adding 1 cup first, and then I'm gonna add the quarter bit. And make sure to add everything to the bowl and keep your ingredients ready like we are doing, so that when you make the cake, you don't have to run around looking for ingredients. So 1 cup is done. Right now, I'm starting to add the quarter bit. So I'm gonna add the quarter bit and add it into the bowl. So we have our flour ready. Now the next ingredient we need is cocoa powder, which is gonna give us the chocolatey flavor and color. So we need cocoa powder for about 1½ tablespoon or almost 2 tablespoons, depends on the color. After you mix the cocoa powder with baking powder and flour. So, but I am assuring you, you will at least need 1½ tablespoon for 3 egg mix. So first we are gonna add 1½ tablespoon, and after checking the color of the powdery mixture, we are gonna add more. So next thing we need is sugar. We need sugar for about less than a cup. If you like sweets more, you can add 1 cup. But we are gonna add a bit less than 1 cup, this much quantity, and we are gonna add it also into a bowl. And we need about a bit less than a teaspoon baking powder for the cake to get fluffy. So we are gonna add it also into a bowl. Then we have almonds. We are gonna use it to decorate the cake. And we are gonna use this bowl as a mold. We also need white oil for the cake to get a bit moist. So we need 1/2 cup of white oil, this much, and we are gonna add it into a bowl too. I hope I'm explaining everything nicely. So here are our final ingredients. So let's start. At first, you need to break the eggs into a big bowl in which you are gonna make the batter of the cake. Here Nia is breaking the eggs, and she's trying to get all the egg whites and egg yolks out of the shells. Now when you have the eggs broken up and all ready to get whisked, start whisking the eggs with the use of with the help of a fork. Here Nia is gonna whisk it and show you how to do it. Using a fork helps more to whisk the egg properly. Now while I'm whisking the egg, Nia is gonna make the powdery batter, which contains flour, cocoa powder and baking powder. She has added flour. Now she is adding cocoa powder, and after that she's gonna add baking powder. After you have added all three of them, start mixing the powdery mixture, and you have to mix it until it turns chocolatey brown. And if you see that the color is not properly chocolatey brown, then you can add a bit more of cocoa powder. We are gonna show you how the color should be. So you can see the batter, the mixture of powders are ready, and it should look something like this. The color should come out like that, and here I am still whisking the eggs out. And oh yeah, also we need vanilla essence for driving away that eggish smell. So here the whisking is done and it looks something like this. Now we are adding sugar. Make sure to add the sugar bit by bit. I'm gonna do it in 3 steps. So you can also do it in 3 steps. So add a bit of sugar, then mix. Then again add a bit of sugar and then mix. By this, the work will be done nicely, properly, and in less time. Because adding everything at a time takes time and it doesn't get mixed, really nicely. So I'm adding the second bit of sugar just to show you guys the amount. Then I'm again gonna mix it. So after we have emptied the whole sugar thing and mixed it, the batter is gonna look something like this. Now we are gonna add white oil. Make sure to empty the whole thing of oil into the batter and mix it really nicely, and be patient while mixing the oil because the oil needs a bit more time to get mixed. So mix, keep mixing, and when the half of your oil is mixed, or when you have mixed it for like a couple of times, you should add vanilla essence or any essence you want, but I am adding vanilla essence here, and use vanilla essence for about a teaspoon. And if you feel that the eggish smell is still there, you can use a bit more vanilla essence or any essence you want. Now again start mixing properly. Just focus on mixing the oil properly because it takes really much time and hard work to mix the oil. So when our oil and all the things are mixed nicely, the batter would look something like this. It would be a bit liquidy, and you can see some foamy things up. Now the powdery mixture that we have, we are going to add it to the liquid batter. Here Nia is going to add it, and add it with the help of a net. So the mixture, powder mixture you are going to add, it would be powdery. If you use a net, the mixture would be powdery, and we need powdery mixture because if you have lumps and bumps in this thing, then you will face problems while making the final batter of the cake. So add about 3 tablespoons at a time, and then powder it out. You can use hands also, but be sure your hands are cleaned. It's more easier to work with hands when you are using a net to powder things out. Here Nia is showing you that you can do it with both spoons and hands. When we have the powdery bit in the batter, we are going to mix it using a fork. You can also use a tablespoon, but using fork is much better. So now cut a paper for the mold, and you brush oil on the paper and put it at the bottom of the mold so that your cake doesn't get stuck in the mold when you bring it out. So now our batter is ready, and it would look something like this. It's the final batter, and now we are gonna put it into the mold that we have readied before using that oil brushed paper. So don't fill the mold completely. Fill it till half or a bit more than half, because when you bake the cake in a pressure cooker, it's gonna get fluffy because of the baking powder, and when you bring it out, it can cause some problems and the cake's shape might not be as you desire. So after I have added the desired amount in the mold, I am gonna set the batter in the mold nicely by a spoon or hands, like I'm gonna show you. But before that, wipe out the mold if you have something stuck outside. So set it like this, and then bring a pressure cooker. Here our mold is set and ready to go in the pressure cooker. I am putting the mold into a pressure cooker right now. And after you have put it in the pressure cooker, close the lid of the pressure cooker, and be sure to take out the whistle of the pressure cooker. It's needed, so please be sure to take out the whistle of the pressure cooker so that the air inside the pressure cooker gets out and your pressure cooker and you are safe. And then put it into induction or a gas stove. Now after 30 to 35 minutes, our cake is ready. We have already checked it, like I have shown you. It was written as you have seen before, and our cake is ready. So we are gonna decorate it with some almonds. After decorating the cake, I am cutting the cake here to show you guys that it's nice and moist. As I have told you, we have made 2 cakes. This is the first one and this is the second one. And special thanks to my brother and Moon 16 for helping me and helping